Hey everybody. Hi, 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 hi. Okay. I'm trying out some new stuff, so bear with me while I um, get everything right. I'm testing out some new software, some new equipment. So I figured that I would bring this live today. So let me check and make sure that everything is on the up and up. And of course, share and all that great stuff, all that stuff. Am I live? Can you see me? If you can see me, please leave a comment, a like, say hello, something, because I honestly am unaware if I can be seen right now. Okay. Okay. Say hello, something. There we go. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to play it on my phone. Can I hear me? Okay. So thank you for joining me today. I'm trying to get it all right, y'all. I'm sorry. This was a very impromptu kind of a live, but I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to test out this new, all this new stuff that I got. Y'all know that I am, moving and all that kind of stuff. So I was just trying to check it all out. So, really quick before I get started, I want to say thank you for joining me today for this live recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Season 5, episode 15. Is everything coming through clear? Can you hear me? Let me know. For some reason, my headphones aren't working, so I can't check the I can't check to make sure. But anyway, leave a like. Okay, let me get this right. I'm just going to share this out really quick, and then we're going to get started. I'm trying to do this because Cairo is sleeping, so I'm trying to go ahead and get through this right now. Trying to do it before the boy wakes up. Y'all know how that goes. Okay. All right. And then I think if this works out okay, I'll probably be doing this format moving forward when it comes to the Real Housewives of Potomac reviews. We're more than halfway through the season anyway, so it's not like there's a lot left to do. But we'll do this. I'll set up a time and we'll do this weekly so that y'all can go ahead and we can like live chat about your thoughts on the episode. So let me pull up my notes because I am trying to do better about taking notes. Some of y'all have said that my reviews can be a little scattered, which I mean, it be that way. But okay. Let me share this just a little bit more. I'm trying to see if I can get just a few more people in. Thank you for joining me for this impromptu live. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing this more regularly. So that the playback won't be too long, I'm going to go ahead and get started in like 30 seconds because I know how people are when it comes to the playback of lives and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to be on here too long, so I'm trying to get this done before the boy wakes up. All right, so I got my notes up. The episode starts with the women, like, getting ready. We know that they are going to Portugal. Ashley invited them to go to Portugal. I did not do a review last week, so I'm gonna give my quick opinion on Ashley's inviting the girls on a trip to Portugal. Number one, they introduced us to this trip as to say like she was in her therapy session. So they introduced us into her doing this trip by saying that, she just needed a break from the baby. And I'm thinking to myself, well, didn't you just take the trip with them to Monique's house? And, you know, I don't understand why they're trying to make it this thing like she just needs all this space away from the kid, but whatever. And if you really needed like some time away from your kid, wouldn't you want to do that with your husband and not with this group of ladies who you're not even like for real friends with. But I mean, I get it. We have to do something to try to introduce this group trip. So they're going on this group trip to Portugal. Everyone's getting ready. Candace is talking about wanting to buy new luggage. Um, Wendy is letting Robin know about the counterclaims that have been filed against Candace by Monique. I think she filed second degree charges as well. So they're discussing that. Um, and then we get into the scene where Karen and Monique sit down to meet. It looks like they were having breakfast or something. Karen looked really nice. Monique looked really nice. I really like that bob. You know how I am. I pull out some stuff. I really did like that bob. So when they sit down, Monique is already wanting to discuss. Well, Monique says in her confessional that she definitely wants to discuss with Karen what Ashley told her about. Um, Saying that she was encouraging Candace to press charges. And Karen definitely, like, she cleared that up. She was saying, number one, I did not encourage Candace to press charges. What I said was, if I got my beat, then I would be pressing charges. And Monique was like, oh, well, you would never be antagonizing anyone. So I think that Ashley, when she brought that bone back, you know how Ashley do, when she brought that bone back, she was kind of, the way that she brought it back was to kind of put that kind of doubt in Monique's head about Karen's loyalty and her friendship. And I don't think that that was the way that Karen even spoke with Candace. And Karen made a point to say that she has been trying to be a friend and for both Candace and Monique. And Monique, this is why I like Monique, y'all. I'm sorry I keep messing with my hair. But anyway, this is why I like Monique. I know some of you do not agree with me, but this is why I like her, because Monique is like, I understand that you are in a, difficult position being friends with both me and Candace, and I'm not trying to make you choose sides. And on the other hand, Candace keeps trying to talk about how Karen is not being a good friend, how she's not choosing sides. And to me, that's extremely childish. And that's why I'm not like Monique. Yeah, it was childish for her to put her hands on Candace, but still, she can be mature about the rest of the situation moving forward. And Karen explains that the rift that Candace and Monique had is causing her and Candace to be scratched. She said, we're scratched, but we're not broken. And Monique basically warns her, like, okay, well, watch out, because that's how things started with us. And that could very well be true, but I don't think that things would ever get as bad with Karen and Candace as they did with Candace and Monique. Now, who Karen really has her sights on is Giselle, and we'll get into that later. But before we get off of this scene, I will say that the food looked delicious. Monique had a spinach and feta omelet. Oh, that looked so yummy. I want it. All right, so then we see another scene with Ashley preparing for the trip, and she's sitting with Michael, and she's going through this whole checklist of what to do and bedtime and are you going to be okay? Do you have any meetings? And I was just thinking to myself, if I have to go through all of this every time I'm leaving for a few days, as far as the way that she was really hammering in there about his schedule and all of this kind of stuff, if I have to go through all of that every time I leave, I don't necessarily want to be with you, And I think it was my girl LQ who said this before, that Michael don't like that baby. Like, Michael does seem very uninterested in being like the parent there. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, at the end of the day, from Michael's own mouth, he didn't want any more children. And my opinion, I think that he had this kid because Ashley wanted this kid. And so, Ashley, you take care of this kid. That's kind of just the vibe that he gives off to me. But anyway, so she talks about that. Then she talks about who is all going to the trip. And during the meet with Monique and Karen basically that, Monique know that they were going on the trip to Portugal and that she was not invited. Monique seemed fine with it. So now Ashley's talking to Michael about that and saying, I really wanted Monique to come. Hi, Mila's Mind. Saying I really wanted Monique to come, but the rest of the group didn't want her to come. So, she's fine with not coming. I wanted to tell her, but Karen, so it's like, here's the thing, and I'm gonna just say this: if this is my trip, if this is the trip that I said that I'm going on for me, and because I need a break from my kid and my husband and my mess, you're not going to tell me, Giselle, Robin, Wendy, or anybody else. You're not going to tell me who I can and cannot invite. I would have still invited Monique, and if y'all didn't want to come, who's going to turn down a free trip to Portugal because someone else is going? You just don't have to deal with them. Like, y'all are whole grown A-word adults. But, Ashley made the decision to not invite Monique, which like I said, I didn't like that. I felt like Monique is supposed to be your friend, then, and this is supposed to be your trip, then you invite who you want to invite, and the other women can either choose to come or not come. And who is going to miss out on a free trip? Seriously. Hey, Cocoa Butter Curls, thank you for joining. All right, so while they were sitting there, while Ashley is sitting there talking to Michael, just a side note, just something I wrote down in my notes. Did y'all see Ashley's eye? It looked like she had like a busted blood vessel or something. Like her eye was like stupid red. Did y'all see that? I know they were saying that a couple weeks ago when her mom walked in there looking crazy with that eye patch on her eye. It's because her mom had like a busted eye vessel, and it looks like the same thing is happening with Ashley. That just threw me off. But anyway, during this sit down, go back and look at it. Go back and look at it if you didn't see it. It was just like, it looked weird to me. I don't know. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. But during this sit down with Michael, she also discusses again her friendship with Monique and how Monique has been such a great friend to her. Monique has known things about her and Michael's relationship that, she did not spill to the group. It was during this time that she said that she had been told Monique about the fact that her and Michael had like an open relationship. Or had brought people into their relationship, however you want to word that, and Monique never brought that back to the group. Then the shady producers give us a flashback of the episode where the fight was, where Ashley comes in and she like explains, we've brought people in before, and they zoom in with arrows on Monique's face when she was like, and then they put a little caption talking about acting surprised. I'm like, they are so shady. But she did. Like, her whole face was like, what? Really? So it did kind of make me go, Monique, what's going on, girl? What's going on, girl? But it's because of her loyalty to Ashley that Ashley is really blatantly choosing a side. Monique asked her to write a statement about Candace and the situation that happened last season at the house. And Ashley said that she would happily oblige because Monique has been there for her and Michael the entire, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting distracted by this thing back here. Let me see if I can close it. I'm sorry. Ooh, y'all seeing too much of the house. But so she said that she would happily write a statement letting the courts know about Candace and her history of, violence, aggression. So like I said, she's blatantly choosing a side, and Ashley doesn't see it for Candace. So that's why I don't understand why you didn't just invite your actual friend to this Portugal trip and not let these heifers tell you who will and will not come. Let's see. What's next? I'm going through my notes. Yes, Coco, that fake surprise face was hilarious. I'm like, girl. All right, so then of course we see the scene where the ladies are boarding the plane. It was funny because Karen actually ended up sitting next to Wendy. She said that she had, switched seats and things to make that happen. And I thought that was good. I felt like that was Karen trying to like offer a little bit of, offer an olive branch to let Wendy know that, she's really like, she's really cool with her. She ain't got no issues with her. We'll see later that Wendy, let me not jump ahead. Let me not jump ahead and get on Wendy just yet. But anyway, that was Karen's way, in my opinion, of trying to let Wendy know that, like, for real, I ain't got no real issue with you. I'm cool with you. You all right or whatever. Yeah. Also, did y'all see all of those freaking bags that Candace had? I'm gonna pull up the picture. She posted it on Instagram. Now, if you saw at the beginning of the episode, she was talking about buying new luggage, honey. But like, girl, how long were y'all gonna be in Portugal? Do you see all those bags? That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a purse. Girl, how long were y'all gonna be in Portugal? It's cute luggage though. I like it. It's a nice little set. That set running you a few $100s, honey. Luggage is not cheap. So they get to the hotel, they're greeted with some drinks. Another question that I had down on my notes, I was just like, who gets to pick the hotels? Like, does the woman who's hosting the trip have to go and do like all this research on picking the hotel, or does like the production company give them a maybe choice of 3 or 4 hotels, or, oh, this is the one that we want y'all to stay at? I wonder how that works. Either way, the hotel was gorgeous. All of the women had these beautiful suites. They had edible lipsticks. It was just like, it was a really, really, really nice hotel. They were like, okay, Ashley, you know our standards. And when you're doing those type of international trips, I just love to see the extravagance of it all. So it was great. So, of course, they get into the rooms, they unpack, we get the scenes, the obligatory scenes of them, calling their spouses. So you have Karen talking to Ray. She says that they're in a better place ever since the little therapy session. You see Wendy talking to Eddie. You see Giselle talking to Jamal. I'm just saying, please drop down in the comments if you think that this relationship is real. That's all I'm going to say. And then they get ready. They go downstairs for dinner. And when they arrive to the table, we see that Miss Giselle and Miss Karen are coordinating. Okay. They're coordinating with their green and their red. But see, let me tell you, Giselle's was like tacky and Karen's looked good. Like, what was this bedazzled headband thing? And was it like, Giselle, my love, I say that sarcastically, I need you to find a stylist. Because like when she was getting ready talking on the phone with Jamal, I'm like, okay, Giselle looks nice. Look at how and then like, why does she always have her hair in a ponytail? It's just, I could go through and read Giselle from her 5-tone highlight extensions all the way down to that headband, to these camo pants, with just like Giselle looked a hot mess. Like, it's terrible. How many times do your fashions have to get read on the internet before you change your fashions? I'm just saying. But I did find it funny that the two people that are like the most butting of heads actually came down coordinating. Coco says, I can see why she didn't invite Monique with all the legal stuff. I mean, I guess. Yes, I bought some Z Killer. I'm out here. I'm trying to test out my new equipment, you guys. Make sure y'all let me know if y'all like what you're seeing. I got my green screen, got my new microphone. Do I sound good? I got my camera. Like, tell me if you're liking this setup. Because like I said, if y'all are liking this setup, we will start doing this on Mondays to do my reviews. And that will make it a lot easier for me not having to do more editing. Look, and I'm all for an overpack. Because I overpack. But like, she like 15 bags. Y'all gonna be there for 4 days. Like, you don't need a bag for every day. Like, maybe one of those bags was empty so that she can go shopping and then like bring her stuff back. That could be a thing too. Yes. Oh, the hotel was beautiful. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm telling you, if ever I go to Portugal, I want to stay there. I'm sure it was expensive. And speaking of Portugal in general, Portugal was beautiful. The views, the just everything about it. It looked very kind of like old school. It was beautiful. I thought this was a beautiful trip. Oh, the boy's waking up. Okay, let me go grab the boy, you guys. While I go grab him, we're going to give you a quick little commercial break. I'm going to shout out my beauties. Where are my beauties? Shout out to my beauties. All right, you guys. So we are back. Thank y'all for sticking with me through the break. I'm gonna catch up on your comments, and then we're gonna keep going with this breakdown, this review. So Coco says, "Honey, them headbands ain't even in no more. Even when they were in, they was ugly. The headband was a hot mess. I don't want to see it ever again. I don't want to see it with a headband wig. I don't want to see it on your head. I don't want to see it on your wrist. I don't want to see it at all. It was a mess." Thank you, Siobhan, for loving this look. Y'all be on the lookout. There is going to be a full tutorial on how I created this look. It's like a little get ready with me type of look because I'm back in the house, so I'm super excited about that. And yes, I agree with you. Spain is number one on my wish list, but as beautiful as Portugal was specifically, I would love to go there too. All right, so they get to dinner and they start everybody's ordering blah blah blah, and Wendy decides that she's going to take this time to kind of soften herself and to share a little story. Of course, she brings up her degrees. Anyway, some kind of way she segues into, "Oh, well, Karen, I know you brought up my degrees, but I want to talk about, this is why I feel this way about them, because my father came into this country and they had nothing. And he was so proud to get a managerial job at this fast food restaurant that he named his daughter after it. And that's how I got the name Wendy's." And it was a cute little story, like, oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, you didn't have to open the story up talking about your degrees, but the story overall was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Oh, we kind of getting to know you a little bit. Some kind of way it goes from there into a contentious moment between Wendy and Karen. And you know who was the instigator of that moment, just in case you missed it? You guessed it, Tacky Giselle. I need to give her a Tic Tac Giselle, okay? Tacky Giselle was, of course, the instigator. Because at this point, Karen is just like, I'm over it. Like, I apologize, or, for whatever. I wasn't trying to diminish your accomplishments. And Giselle's kind of like, well, I mean, that's kind of how it came off. Like, Giselle, no one is asking for your 2 cents in this moment. But you know what? After they had this little spat, Wendy goes, well, you know what? I'm done. I buttoned it up. Girl, please. Please button it, burn it, get rid of it. Get rid of it. We're so tired of hearing about your degrees. Like, you're so one-dimensional at this point. Like, every time, every episode, there has not been one episode. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being proud about your degrees, baby boo. Baby boo. Be proud. You know, that isn't an accomplishment. But we're sick of hearing about it. We're sick of hearing about it. If this is all you're going to talk about, baby, don't come back. Go get a 5th degree. Take some time to go get a 5th degree off of this screen. How about that? Oh my gosh. And yes, like Coco says, she's the one that keeps bringing them up. No one is questioning your intelligence or anything. You keep bringing it up, which means we have to keep talking about it, which makes you feel like you have to defend them. And you're not defending your dissertation with this group. We don't care. We don't care. Sorry. But anyway, they end up drinking the poom poom. They end up drinking the poom poom, and then Giselle begins to poke at Ashley because Giselle is, you know, she stirs the pot. It's what she does. So she starts poking at Ashley and it's like, oh, well, how do you feel about leaving Michael and da 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 da. And Ashley goes on to basically, like, Ashley blames herself for Michael's infidelities and Michael's mistakes. And it's very, it's problematic, but there's another word. When I can think of it, I'll say it. But anyway, she goes on to kind of like make excuses for Michael and kind of blame herself. Well, you know, I wasn't really there and he really wanted this and that. And Robin calls Ashley out on it and says, you know, stop blaming yourself. That doesn't matter. You know, it's not for you to take the blame. Those are his actions. And Robin in her confessional admits that she too dealt with infidelity while having a newborn. And you know, not speaking specifically to them in this situation, just speaking in general, I think that is if someone can cheat on you after you just legitimately cheated death to give birth to their child, that's probably not someone that you should be with. I don't want to, because that is such a level of disrespect, and the fact that they cannot honor you after you have legitimately sacrificed your body, could have sacrificed your life to bless them with the gift of a child, and they care so little about you because it's no longer about them to cheat on you. That says a lot about that person's morals, their character, and just for me, that would be a hurdle that I don't know I could cross. Just personally, for me. And Coco says that it's sad, SMH, and Michael just lets her think it's all her fault. And to me, part of that seems kind of, I don't want to say abusive, but y'all kind of get where I'm saying, like emotionally, because he's playing on that. He's playing on her insecurities. He's playing on, you know, just their dynamic. And it just seems a little manipulative, extremely manipulative, borderline emotionally abusive. Hi, Mimi. Siobhan says Steve Harvey radio show was saying the exact same on Friday, saying hopefully I not hear about them degrees again. Well, we're going to hear about them. I feel like we're going to hear about them every single episode. And I'm tired. Okay. So then, because Giselle has been sitting here at this table, stirring the pot, trying to call everybody out, Karen then takes this time and opportunity to call out Giselle. She says, Giselle, you know, we understand that you and Jamal have gotten back together, but is he not proud of you? Shout out to Bondi Blue and Forest Rocks. They always do the Karen voice. I don't think I can do it. Maybe I'm too country, but it's anyway. But Karen basically calls her. I was like, we don't never see Jamal, boo. Is this a real relationship? Is he proud of you? Are y'all really together? Is he living in the phone? And Giselle does not take that calling out too kindly. No, sir, you can't have those. Giselle does not take that calling out too kindly. She immediately gets extremely defensive. She goes, well, you don't have to see Jamal. You don't have to worry about Jamal. Are you having sex with Jamal? Candace on the side, you see her go, oh, so they're having sex. Side note. So y'all are having sex? I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know. So y'all are having sex, but when you go to Atlanta, you have to stay in a hotel room. I'm just saying. First Lady Pastor, are y'all fornicating? Is it still considered fornicating because they were married? I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. I don't know. But as they're getting into their little, spat, Robin speaks up and she says, actually, I agree with Karen. Clearly it's a problem because we're not seeing Jamal and you're not sharing him with your friend group. So, maybe you should, start bringing him around. And Giselle is extremely upset that Robin, her ace boon coon, her number one, has the nerve to agree with Karen at the dinner table in front of everybody. Is there trouble in this friendship paradise? I'm just saying, Giselle even makes a point to say, well, I don't care if Juan is thinking about buying a ring or about to propose. That when she brought that up, it said to me, also, you're jealous of your friend. I don't know. Maybe that little twosome is starting to break down, and I'm not gonna lie, I would be here for it. I want to see a season where they are on odds. I'm just saying, I want to see Robin stand on her own. And I need people to hold Giselle accountable because no one holds her accountable. It's like ridiculous. So anyway, needless to say, this dinner was not that great of a dinner. Had a few fights, but you're always going to have those in the group dinner settings. So everybody goes their separate ways, get ready for bed. And then we get this scene where Ashley is trying to call home so that she can, say goodnight to her baby. And she calls Michael twice. He doesn't answer. So then she calls her friend and it's like, hey, I know it's bedtime. Is Michael there? No, Michael's not here. So now she calls Michael back and now he answers the phone and he's like, oh, well, I had a late meeting. And Ashley's like, well, Dean is on the schedule and you didn't even tell Eva, I think is her friend's name. You didn't even tell Eva that you were running late, which is very inconsiderate. Ashley is making very good points. And instead of, I'm sorry, you're just going to hear my mouth. Like, sir, you're going to hear my mouth. You're late coming home. He says, I quote, I can't be molested like this, and hang up the phone. What? Like, that's not even like a statement, like a way in which you would say that. Like most people say, I can't be harassed like this. I can't be nagged like this. His choice of words were, I can't be molested like this. That was so weird to me. Like, is this like a cultural change? Is this like a language barrier or something? Because I don't even think that is the correct context of that statement. Oh, y'all, hold on. I'm sorry. What? I don't even think that that's the correct context of that statement. And so then that causes Ashley to break down into tears because she wants to see her son. And even though she says that there isn't a part of her that's worried about Michael out here dipping in and doing it with who God knows who, that is a part of what's going through her mind. And you can't sit up here and tell me any differently. There is a part of her that's just like, why is it every time I go out of town or I go away, you are not where you say that you're going to be. You're not where you're supposed to be. If you're going, and then like, if you were late, you had a meeting, you're working late, a phone call to the person who's babysitting your kid is warranted. So it makes him look guilty. It makes him look suspicious. And like I said, no matter what Ashley is saying, I guarantee you all of that was going through her mind when she could not, one, get in touch with him, having to call him multiple times, and then two, I know now at this point I'm FaceTiming you. Like, I need to see your face. Like, there's a problem. We do see later that he calls back and apologizes, and all of this, and so then Ashley goes on to blame herself yet again, saying that she may have overreacted. In my opinion, she didn't react enough. In my opinion, maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe I'm crazy, but like, no, that's a problem. That's a problem, especially already knowing your history, which further says to you, which further confirms why I wouldn't be with him. Because if I got to worry that much because of all of these things, and I get all this anxiety when I don't get into contact with you, I don't need to be with you. Anyway, we also see Robin and Giselle having a nightcap and dessert, and Giselle basically says, I just feel like if I am getting jumped by the group, then you just need to be on my side. Even if you agree, you just need to be on my side. And basically, she just wants Robin to always agree with her. She wants Robin to always be her lapdog, and that is going to break down their relationship, their friendship eventually. Like, I'm starting to see this friendship shifting a little bit, and it's not shifting in Giselle's favor, in my opinion. Miss No Bunty Diva says Ashley is having to micromanage his whereabouts so he won't cheat. The man is grown. And exactly. And if you have to do all this micromanaging, why are you with him? Like, that's unhealthy. Why are you with them? So then the next day we see everybody getting up, getting ready. They're going to have a little activity. They're going to go on some little like sky tram thing. Ashley's out meditating. Giselle says she's going to get her some more sleep. Robin ain't even up. Candace and these damn sticky notes. I'm over it. Oh, can y'all hear me? Uh-oh. Did my battery die? Y'all, give me a second. Let me change the battery in my camera. While I change the battery in my camera, I apologize for this quick little intermission. I'm going to give a shout out to someone that was sitting here in the chat, Miss Mila's Mind. She is another YouTuber here on the YouTube. Well, YouTuber here on the YouTube, duh. She's another content creator here on the YouTube. She does beauty and lifestyle content. I really enjoy her. So y'all bruh. All right, you guys, so we are back. I'm going to jump back on the screen. You give me 2 more seconds. We'll be right back on the screen. Can you see me? Am I back? I apologize. Oh, baby, I do. I apologize for this intermission, but we're going to get back on it. Where is it at? Okay. Am I back? Back like I never left. All right, y'all. Thank you for this little intermission. So let's see. So before they go on their little trip, their little outing for the day, Karen and Ashley meet up, and basically Ashley again takes the blame for her little spat with Michael. I've already addressed that. Like I said, I just please. And let's see. Ashley calls out Karen for wanting to take Giselle down. Okay. Ashley basically says what we already know. Karen don't see it here for Giselle at all. And so she took that opportunity at that dinner that night to call Giselle out. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. Somebody needs to call Giselle out. It's about time. It's about time. Like Karen said, Giselle is the main one who will poke and probe and call out everybody else's relationships and talk about everybody else's marriages, husbands, kids, whomever, but no one ever holds Giselle's feet to the fire. So Karen said, you know what? I'm going to do it today. Hey, Brittany, I see you. Karen says, you know what? I'm going to do it today. Today is the day. This trip is the trip. I'm going to get Miss Giselle together. And like I said, they discussed and while they were discussing Michael and Ashley being in La La Land, Karen's face just seemed unenthused, unamused, and she ain't buying it. You might be selling it, but honey, I ain't buying it. I ain't going to the market to see it. All right. Okay. The boy is ready. The boy is ready to eat. So we're going to finish this up real quick. So they go on the sky ride. They split them up into groups of 3. And of course, the conversation on the way up to wherever they were going was on Ashley. And in one, hey, what? What you want to say? Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Nothing? Okay. On the way up, the one cart was discussing Ashley, of course, and Michael and their things. And then in the other cart, we again have another conversation about Wendy and these damn degrees. I want y'all to look at my notes. I'm tired of Wendy and these damn degrees. Tired of it. I don't want to hear. The next time she brings it up, I swear to you, I'm going to scream. Like Robin is like, again. Like, why do we bring this up and you know what? Part of me feels like, and I was thinking this at that first dinner. Part of me feels like the producers say to Wendy, look, we need you to step it up, okay? We need you to bring a little bit more drama. So I need you to, get into it with someone or something. Like something like, because you cannot still be this upset. You cannot be this upset over Karen calling you ignorant 2 episodes ago. Like, if that's the case, like I think her being a political commentator has done her a disservice for being on this show, because on those type of shows, you have to have your opinion and you have to fight for your opinion and take it down 15 million times. And that's just not what we're here to do. So Wendy, like, you just don't come off good on this show. Do y'all want to see her again next season? Drop that down in the comments, because the jury is still out for me, and right now it ain't looking good for her. Let's see. So then they get to the table. Ashley steps out to go breastfeed. Just another side note. I'm so sick of them acting like this is just so weird and crazy for Ashley to be breastfeeding. Who cares? Y'all are all women with children. Did y'all not breastfeed? Or is that not normal to you? Like, I'm with a group of my girlfriends, and if I am going to pump, I'm going to pump right here. I'm not going to sit in the bathroom and pump. I'm going to pump right here to take. Like, I don't think that was that big of a deal. And the fact that they constantly try to like bring up, oh, Ashley's always bringing out her boobs. She has a kid. Okay, I'm just saying. But anyway, while we were there, again, we get into Giselle asking Karen, oh, well, are you and Wendy okay? Well, Karen's like, I mean, we good. She buttoned it up, remember? Karen, when he goes, well, I want to unbutton it real quick. Girl, button it. Then she ends up saying, well, it's zipped up now. Button it, zip it, burn it, bury it, cremate it. We don't want to hear about it no more. Karen doesn't see it for you. Karen doesn't have it for you. And we don't necessarily see it for you either. And you ain't bringing us over to your side. I'm just saying. I'm tired. I'm tired. And so, again, it's like every time you drunk too much. That's okay. Every time Giselle tried to kind of go at Karen a little bit, Karen brought it right back. Karen was like, so look, I'm just trying to understand why you not being a real friend. You say that I don't I don't be transparent with the group, but you're not transparent with the group. You don't bring Jamal around. We don't talk to Jamal, da 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 da. And somewhere in that altercation, Karen called Giselle Satan. I was like, look at that nail, y'all. Look at my nail. I was like, no, not the first lady is Satan. No. Maybe it's Satan's helper. Maybe. But Giselle is at this point tired of getting like attacked by Karen. So she calls up Jamal. And it's like, hey, Jamal, say hey to my friends. There's Karen, there's Robin. Everybody's like, hey, trying to prove a point that, her and Jamal are really, really good. And Karen says, I know he lives in the phone. He's been in the phone for the year. You calling him don't mean nothing to me, don't make no difference. And Robin tries to take up for Giselle, basically saying that her calling and saying on the phone is like a baby step, but it's not. We all are aware that is not a real relationship. And I'm tired of you playing in my face. I don't like for people to play in my face. And that's exactly what Giselle is doing with this fake relationship between her and Jamal. That's all I'm saying, honey. Jamal don't see it for you, and you don't see it for him. Like, let's be real about it. But that was the end of the episode. Of course, next week we're going to have more contentiousness and things like that. I don't know how long this season is going to go. We're on 15, so probably maybe about 18. So we'll see. At this point, I will give this season of The Real Housewives, I was gonna say a C, but I'll give them like a B minus. It wasn't all of that. Like, the fight, of course, was the main thing, but since then they've been resting on that for like episode after episode, and I'm kind of tired of it. One thing I am going to be excited to see is next week, Ashley letting Candace know that she's writing a statement for Monique. I actually do want to see that. Also, did you all watch What Happens Live last night with Karen? Karen looked good. Okay? Karen looked good. I say yes for the hair. That hair is everything. Yes for the beat. Yes for this little jumpsuit. And she was reading Giselle down. Okay? Reading her down. And I was here for every moment of it. Hi, Paulindo. Ciao. Este bene. No, not este bene. No. I forgot it. I'm este bene. How are you? I forgot how to say it. Give me a second. I'll remember. Because it's como está ahí. Come está ahí. There it is. I remember it before you wrote it. Brittany says there's still a weirdness with ladies of that generation about breastfeeding, and it's the most natural thing. That was so, like, they are on my nerves with how they're shaming Ashley for breastfeeding. Crystal says no one wants to see Wendy. She needs to go back to doing what she was doing. Like, for real. Like, seriously. I'm over Miss Wendy. Keep it pushing, keep it moving, keep it going. Like, no one cares. But that's it, you guys. That is my review on The Real Housewives of Potomac season 5, episode 15. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, thank y'all for tuning in to this impromptu live. If you like this type of format, please leave a comment on this video. Let me know, because I can start doing like a now that I'm settled, I can start, like, we can schedule this. Like, we'll come on and talk about this live on Mondays after the show. Like I said, that makes it a lot easier for me with not having to try to find time to record and edit. The boy will be here with us, and we'll just sit and just talk all the crap and all the junk. And it's super fun because I like to get y'all's opinion on it, like, real time. And sometimes y'all point out things that I might not even see. Also, if you like this look, please make sure that you come back to the channel. I will be giving you, well, it's not really a tutorial, but I will be kind of walking through how I created this look. I don't know if it's going to be a Face Beat Friday video. I'm actually hoping to have it dropped before Face Beat Friday and having like a separate Face Beat Friday video. So just be on the lookout. Make sure your notification bells are on. And I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. Again, remember, come back to the channel so you can see it. Yes, Paulina, I am doing great. I am super, super, super happy and just happy to be right now. So I'm doing really, really good. But yeah, y'all, thank you. Remember to share this video if you enjoyed it. Join my Patreon if you would like to get early access to my videos. So it just depends. Like, this look will be on my Patreon first, and just depending on whenever I get that edited and uploaded to them, then the rest of you will be able to see it. And I will see y'all later this week. All right. Peace.